we're gonna do is basically try and find a fractal fill up here. I'm gonna try and find one as fast as possible, but they're kind of hard to find because we're in a bearish trend right now. We're not really in an uptrend, so I'm gonna pause the video and see if I can't find one for you. Alright, well, I can't find a live example of one, but I did find one where it did paint good information and bad information. So typically, if you are looking at the chart and you see this being painted on the chart, this is a cross that occurs when the two fractals overlap. So you can see this one comes out over on top of this one, and then this paint occurs before the price increase. So if you see this paint occur, more than likely it's a good sign. So you can see a green paint and then the price action spring up. And typically this will be a good sign. I would say about 80 to 90% of the time this will be accurate. For the fractal fill on the bearish side, you can see how it's a little delayed, but that comes over and crosses again, and you can see that it paints that, and then the price action goes into somewhat of consolidation. You can see that the cross occurred again right here. It's a slightly different cross, but it did paint somewhat of a bad indication, because it said that this price was going to continue, but then it painted bearish, and you see that it did in fact turn bearish. So let me see if I can't find, let me go through some more charts. Really, in current market conditions, I don't think we're gonna find one. Again, green fill, price action rises. Red fill, price action falls. Typically a very good indication. Green fill right here, you kind of see it right there. Price action rises. Red fill, price action tanks. After, it went pew 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 and then tanks, right? Again, we can see a green fill right here at this level. It did rise up in price, but it looks like there was a lot of sell-off that came in on that candle as well, and then price action was pushed down. So we could just keep going through and looking for examples. Like here we have price action or green fill and price action rise. And then we got a little bit of a massive pump off of that one, and it did fill red, and then the market just pretty much ignored it for the most part. It wasn't very significant. So it's just a varying degree, of when to enter and when to exit based on, a top indicator. Which I don't really see many of that have an indicator that works on that like this. So this is I would consider quite unique, but it's up for debate. You can see the fractal fill right here. Price action rises. A red fill, price action kind of consolidates down, but it does rise up. We see that we get a green fill again. Price action rises. Price action falls, rises, kind of bounces around, and then eventually dips back down once the price action hit the resistance line. So that's how you use that. Also discussing the lines right here, right? So typically this is a more average resistance. This is kind of like a extreme resistance. For the most part, price action should remain below these lines and not exceed above, but we do have anomalies that do occur. I can't make everything perfect. If I make everything perfect, then there's no fun in the market. But you can see that for the most part, for the majority of the time, it does stay within the fractal fill. So this is more of a, come on, give me the thing. This is more of a common resistance zone. The fractal fill does move with the chart. You can see that this right here is currently being painted as a resistance zone, but price action is expected to fall. Basically, you want to more than less use this as a representation of resistance area and help you remind that you are in a resistance cloud, or pushing against resistance when price action is rising. You want to use more or less the Fibonacci pattern to find where exactly price action will find resistance and support. And we'll get further into that, and that's how you use it. I don't, yeah, I mean, there's really nothing I can show you that would be pushing against the price action right now. But you basically just use it like that as a reminder. Hey, I'm getting close to resistance. The resistance is right here. Might be a good idea to take profit, etc. like that, or scalp the market. That's all it's there for, or to give a general idea of where possible resistances are. But for the most part, you want to be using the Fibonacci. Peace.